4,000 kilometers.
45 days.
Through snow, rain and 24 hours of daylight.
To cross the Arctic Circle and reach the capital of the North.
We want to know how cheap we can travel 4,000 kilometers in Norway by only using the concept of Workaway and our social network.
Wanna know how it went?
This week in Workaway Travel Series.
But also the social interaction and the learning about new culture is really nice. So I can really recommend having Workaways. It's a great idea. Hello, my name is HANNE. I'm a host here at Berg for Workaways, and this is my home. I have been doing Workaways for 3 years now, and they live with me in my home. And this is the kitchen, where we cook all our meals during the day. And then we have the dining room, where we will eat. So we will get together at 8:30 in the morning and eat breakfast, and then discuss what are the plans for today, what will be the working tasks, and we'll agree upon that and start working together. My main reason was originally to have more hands and people to help me, because I live on this little farm and it's a lot of things to do, never-ending list. And then I thought, wow, what a good idea to have some young people to come and work with me. And I have also experienced that I get a lot of help and a lot of work done, but also the social interaction and the learning about new culture is really nice. So I can really recommend having Workaways. It's a great idea. And then I have my, living room. Maybe we'll watch TV at night, and then I guess this is a favorite spot because of the view of the fjord, and then we see the islands Senja and Kvaløya out the window. So this is Berg. We are 10 kilometers south of Tromsø in northern Norway. So we have quite an Arctic and cold climate, but it is possible to grow vegetables, and that's what my Workaways will be doing, helping me in the vegetable garden and also helping me collect wood for the long winters. This is the wood oven, so it goes a lot of wood is needed to keep this house warm during wintertime. So this is the wood shed. It should be full of wood for the winter, and at the moment it is quite empty. Here we have started to put up some wood for the winter, and it is taking the trees from the forest, cutting them in pieces, and the big ones are needed to be divided, and then we will use this machine. And it can be some hard work. And then we need to stack it. I think the important when stacking is to sort of feel that it fits in, so it doesn't fall out during the winter. And hopefully by the end of the stay of my Workaways, this wood shed will be full of wood.
No problem.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, here we are working already. So this is the community garden, and it started in 2017. Everything we grow is ecological, and we also try to keep it like a closed circle that we have. It's the wood cutting, making noise, that we have. We collect seeds and soil and everything ourselves.
Stef, kun je wachten voor 5 minuten? Ja, 5 minuutjes.
So then we try to to be a closed circle, as I said, with collecting seeds and the soil and reusing things we have. And we are quite good at observing what do we have close to in the nature. Like we have lots of these trees growing everywhere, and we try to use it for different purposes. And we also collect seaweed, which is a really good fertilizer. And we use well, as you see, grass from last year that is brown and dead. So we get it together and put it on as fertilizer. And then we are making compost on the site. And inside the greenhouse, I can show you how we reuse materials. Yeah, this used to be my children's climbing when they were small. Climbing tree. We don't have any electricity in the greenhouse. We only keep it warm by the sun. And when it's really, really cold, we will put over this fabric to keep the tiny plants warm enough. And then, yeah, we will reuse things like this. We collect it, or things like this for grapes. And then we use it, and we can use it several times. We have also used different bottles. And good idea to water. So here the small plants are standing now, maybe 3 more weeks, and they will grow quite a bit bigger. And then we will plant them out in the community garden. And when all these plants have moved out, we will have squash growing in here, and tomatoes and cucumbers, and some chili and paprika maybe. So we try to use this greenhouse from mid of April till mid of October. So that's quite good use of it. Up here in the Arctic, it grows strawberry and raspberry and black and red currant, but it's hard to grow apples or plums or things. But I think it is possible to grow apple, hopefully. We'll see in 4 or 5 years. This is an apple tree. It will not be a tall one, maybe like this. And hopefully, because it's living inside a greenhouse, it will give us some apples. So the headquarters, or where we meet, we're having like a bonfire place and an outdoor kitchen, and also it's like an info center. We will write messages, what's going on, what should be done, what can you harvest. That's important, that people are harvesting what's here. And because we all 26 of us, we work together here, and you have obliged yourself to work a certain time of hours, like 20 or 35 hours during the season, and then you come and work here, and we owe all the vegetables together, and then you harvest your part during the season. And also, one important thing with growing own vegetables is to learn how to use it, because it's not like when you're used to think, oh, what do I want? Yeah, I want a pizza. Okay, what do I need to buy? And then you just go and buy it. You need to turn it around and say, what's ready for harvesting? Okay, it's this. What can I make out of it? So that's a kind of a mind-changing operation needed to be done. So we are talking a lot about that. How do you harvest? How do you cook? And also, how can you store it so we can have some of the food we harvest here for wintertime. So this is also a community for learning. So here it will be big red strawberries in July, which is probably a bit strange for other people because July is late, but this is up here in Tromsø. And it's a very, very short season. It's only like 14 days, 2 weeks ago. It was lots of snow here, and yeah, and now it's summer. This is the headquarters where we gather, and being social is also a very important element of joining the community garden. Then we'll sit here, we make a pot of coffee, or we make herb tea, and maybe some people have brought something to cook on the fire, and we will talk, and we'll start working together. And the working task will be written on the board, and then we will write, what can you harvest? What's ready for eating? And also it is important when we are this many people, it's to think, how do we communicate? And we have been making this very homemade map, and they have numbers. So if it says here, beetroots are ready for harvesting. It's number 400. You can just have a look here. Oh, 400, it's right here. Or you need to do some weeding or fertilizing on number 315. Then you can look at the map and see, oh, it's up here. So I'll go in that direction. Here you can see some of our creativity. This is for writing. So if it's carrots, we can write gulrot and then stick it down so people can know what's grow. What is this? What is this green coming up? Then you can read it on the sign. Also, we have made this entrance to our flower garden from the trees growing around here from Salja. And the flower garden is after how people in northern Norway used to make their gardens before. They would have their house, like the entrance side, and then they will fence in the southern part of the house for flowers and maybe for red currants, some berries and rhubarb. And the rest around their house would be their animals, the sheep, the cows, the goat, what they had. So they needed to sort of put a little fence around the flowers that they didn't want the chickens to come and eat. So we have made this garden after inspiration of how the gardens in northern Norway used to look like. And they would also collect this sand from the seaside to put on the pathways where you could walk. So that's what we've done. At the moment, we haven't planted any flowers yet because it's a work in progress. But use your fantasy and then you can see it will be really beautiful.
As you've seen in our last survival episode, we arrived in Tromsø at our new host, HANNE, which you just saw an introduction of. At HANNE, we are going to learn a lot of new skills about, for example, planting vegetables. And this is what you'll see
next week in Workaway Travel Series.
You can also plant the tiny ones.
These are too thick, so we're gonna put them in half. And unlike Finland,